Hey, welcome back to the channel. Now tonight, I want to show you guys how to get set up with a basic setup for $600 or less. This is the bare minimum. I only spent about, for example, $170 on this podcast tabletop mic, and it came with the microphone itself. It came with the boom arm, and yes, this is flexible. You know what I mean? I can move it. I can move it back. I have it kind of tightened because I'm very picky that way. And I spent $100 on this HP laptop. Now I wanted to get an Acer laptop from Walmart because I got that one from Walmart as well. But I wanted the Acer. They were out of stock in the Acer, so I got the HP instead. I got that Hustle Light for about 15 bucks off of Walmart. I got this Moonlight right here, as you can tell, also at Walmart. Walmart.com for about 10 bucks. And all the soundproof walls, I only spent about 50 to about 75 for it. So this is like maybe $540 total and everything, including the chair that I'm sitting in. That was all part of the setup and everything like that. But for one, you have to realize it's a step-by-step process thing and not in a right away, I'm going to get everything type of setup. Now, if you do have the finances, hey, power to you. Congratulations. You know what I mean? You now have everything you'll need for a basic setup. But if you're someone who started like me, then, well, you're not going to really have everything up front. So I had to do so much overtime at work to get all these items and all these materials that I was going to need. And that's not to mention all the equipment I have under the table. My cameras, my Amazon camera, and both my Rebel T100 and the EOS strap and the backup strap I have for my camera, the tripod, so I only spent about 15 bucks on my tripod, and I'm currently using that as well. The Ray Leno light only cost about 50, 60 bucks on Amazon, and that's the studio lighting I'm using to light this video. And so technically $590, but it's $600 under, so $600 and under. But you really don't need that much to get a setup going. You can, get a Samsung tabletop microphone. They have one that actually connects to your USB-C port on your phone, and you can just get a cheap laptop from a pawn shop, even if it's refurbished and operable, and all the keys are there and everything works without any misfunctions or anything. You can get a decent laptop at a pawn shop. You really don't have to pay top dollar. Or if you see an HP laptop at Walmart for like $100 to $150, go for it. The Samsung, the microphone I'm talking about is it flips up, and it's the size of how can I say this? It's the size of an AC charging port. It's not that big, but it has big quality sound. I messed with it when I was at Best Buy. They had it in stock, and they had it as a demo, and I was able to connect my phone and listen to it. Man, the impact of that sound of that microphone is amazing. And I would recommend it for anyone who is just starting off. You know what I mean? This table right here, as you can see, Walmart table. This is not some fancy, Ashley furniture table or something you would find in Wilson Bates or any type of furniture store or Ashley furniture store. This is something you find at your basic Walmart. It's foldable. If I want to go outside and podcast like I did today, I can definitely do that. Sorry, I was sending a signal to my daughter. She was saying I love you in sign language, so I did like that to her because I love her too. But this table is foldable, most definitely. I can take it outside. I do have one outside, so I don't have to take this one outside. I can disconnect this and take it outside to record a podcast episode at night if I want to. Or I can do one in the day, you know what I mean? Do a podcast video at day, during the day in the summer and just be chilling, So that's what I like most definitely about my setup. But I'm going to leave my setup as my setup and not really mess with it. Now, I do have equipment on the go that I spend about maybe $150 for everything from 3 lav mics to my now Movo Mini UC wireless microphone. And I can't find my bag, y'all. So I have wireless headphones in here. I have a pair of, for example, I'm going to show you guys. Skull Candy cassettes. These are called the cassettes. When you fold them out, they'll look like this. Now, I can either use these with a wire. As you can see, the jack port for right there. I can use it as a wire or a Bluetooth feature. So in case the battery die, I can still use the headphones, the podcast, you know what I mean? And just keep it flowing. Like I said, I have 3 lav mics because I like using my lav mics. So in case I don't have my Movo charged, you know, any of my microphones for my Movos charged, I could use my lav mic to talk to you guys and do a video from there. And also, I have a tripod stick or a selfie stick, how many people refer to it as. And that's if I want to do on-the content, you know, on-the-go content, and I'm vlogging, I'm walking, and I'm just enjoying the day, or like I'm out and about, you know what I mean? I'm giving you guys that content. So, with that being said, you know, I spend about $150 on all that, you know, all that stuff right there. But the stuff I spent $600 on with this is just the office setup, and I only spent $150 for a basic vlogging setup. So you don't need $1,000. You don't need $10,000. You don't need $1 million. If you have access to that much finances and money, fantastic. That's great. You know what I mean? But if you don't, if you're someone like myself, then what you'll probably need is the bare minimum, ladies and gentlemen, to get started. Good job, Mama. Sorry about that, guys. I'm just talking to my daughter. Yeah, she just waved hi to you guys. But anyway, long story short, you don't need $10,000. You don't need $1 million to get started. You know what I mean? You don't have to really put yourself in a position, you know, to, you know, hurt yourself financially. You don't have to set yourself up financially for failure to start a YouTube channel or a podcast. Well, you can't call it a channel. It's a podcast. So you don't have to hurt yourself financially to do so, is what I'm trying to say. And so when I started my podcast, for example, sorry about that, guys. When I started my podcast, for example, all I had was a pair of Sony all-white headphones. Well, they were called off-whites. Sorry, that's my cat, y'all. They were, watch out, sweetheart. You ready for bed, mamas?
Actually, I want to sleep with you guys.
So, when I started my podcast, I only had a pair of off-white headphones, Sony headphones, and cat, no. And all I had was a Samsung tabletop microphone to get everything started basically with my podcast. I really didn't have much. Hold on. So, all I had, ladies and gentlemen, were my Sony off-white headphones and a chrome retro-designed Samsung tabletop microphone. It had 3 legs on it, and it stood up on the table and about yay high. You know what I mean? Yay high. And I was able to record my podcast episodes with that mic. Unfortunately, I had that microphone stolen from me by someone I thought was a real friend, and we're no longer friends. And I had, you know, went through a lot of hardship, you know what I mean? And God has blessed me with what he took away, what that so-called friend took away. God has blessed me with a whole setup, you know what I mean? So, like, I'm excited to use all this equipment right here and be able to both be mobile and at home office, you know? So that way, you know, if I wanted to do a YouTube video in the house on a rainy day in the summer, I don't have to worry about, you know, getting myself wet, soaking myself in, you know, the rain just to do a video. I can just sit here, you know what I mean, give you guys a video and just be chilling the whole time. Dry, you know, not in the elements of the weather, whether it's cold or whether it's rainy. But long story short, ladies and gentlemen, in this video, I'm going to show you guys, and I'm going to break down each individual piece so you'll know what you'll need to get your setup going. I'm going to start with my on-the-go equipment, okay? I'm going to start with my on-the-go equipment. This is my bag of goodies, y'all. This is my Comica BM10 in here. It has this little fancy case when I ordered it. This is a shotgun mic. A shotgun mic, for all those who don't know, sits on top of your camera. Give me a sec. And it's this little doohickey right here. I know you haven't heard that word in years, but I still use that word. This little fancy little gadget right here. And what it does, this gray and orange one is the TRS cord and it's for cell phones. This all orange one is the TRRS and it's for, and it has a label on it and it tells you that it's for cameras or smartphones. I know you can't see it. You know, if I lean, not well, it says that label on it that says it's for cameras. This because it's the orange one, that's the TRRS, and this gray one right here is for smartphones, and it has the it's the TRS, and it's has the label on it for smartphones. This is the regular wind muff that goes on it, and this is the dead cat that goes on it if you're outside, and that is my, you know, part of my to-go content. Well, not my to-go, my on-the-go content. So if I want to bring my camera along, my lovely Rebel T100, and it's so retro, it's ridiculous. I'm going to show you guys in just a sec. Hold on. Oh. This was one of my most expensive products, and I've got this very recently. And I don't even use it now. You know, I use my phone for everything. I still will use this occasionally because the quality for this is A1 insane. I mean, this can't shoot 4K videos, unfortunately. It only shoots like, I think 1080p or maybe 720p because it came out in 2018 when 1080p was a thing. Now we have 4K and 5K and all that. This is the camera itself. The shotgun mic goes right here at this top slot right here. That's called a shoehorn for the shotgun mic. Give me a sec, guys. I'm unboxing all this stuff. This is the lens for it. This is the basic Canon 18 to 55 millimeter lens. Millimeter lens, sorry, not milliliter, but millimeter lens, and it goes on the front like so. I'm going to show you. This is the cap to cover up the lens, so you put it back in the box. You just put this cap on it, twist it, and it sits on there like that. Oh, hold on, guys, it rolled off my lap. It rolled off my lap, y'all. Hold on. Hold on. All right, there you go. And it's on, and this is what it looks like. And I do have the strap to, it can screw in at the bottom right here. This is a slot right here for your tripod. So you can screw this on, and it stands up like so on the tripod. And unfortunately, it doesn't have a fold-out lens, so you can't see what you're shooting from your end. So if you're right here, you can't see yourself. You know, if you're standing on this front end right here, you can't see yourself. So you gotta guess and assume the height and everything like that. It takes a professional to know what height that this camera is at. But if you're an amateur like myself, you know, you gotta play the guessing game. What I like to do is put my phone on selfie mode, and I'll put my phone screen while having the selfie face towards me. I can see the screen and see how it's positioned, and that way I can tell where I'm at, you know, sight-wise for my camera. But I'm going to put all this back, ladies and gentlemen. Hold on. And yes, I'm going to put it back in the packaging how it came. Give me just a moment, guys. But yeah, I was able to get all this stuff right here. And at first I was using this right here to shoot content, and oh my goodness, I I listed in a video all the traumatic experiences I had with this in particular camera. Man, it was a hoot. It was a real laugh, y'all, because I was facing all kind of hardships from, okay, it didn't have an SD card when I first got it. I had to get one. And then Walmart sold me the wrong SD card, so I had to go back and get the proper SD card, right? And after that, I realized, you know, it doesn't have an HD port or a USB-C type port. It had a regular USB mini port. And they don't even make those. The mini ports are what cell phones used to use in like 2004, 2003. So I was completely lost as to how a camera company in 2018, because that's when this camera was released, the EOS Rebel T100 was released in 2018. I don't know how they manufactured a USB mini socket on there and not a USB-C, because we've been using USB-C since I think 2016, 2015. So I don't know how in 2018 they were like, all right, we're going to give it a USB mini port. They don't even sell those anymore. You have to special order those. And I have a bag with all kind of wires and gadgets and all kind of fun stuff. But we're going to get into my lav mics, and this is just going to be for the on-the-go content. Now, before I was using my Movo today, I was using this lav mic right here. And it clips on your shirt just like the lav mic. That's like this wireless lav mic. This clips on your shirt like so. You can use it with the wire outside the shirt while you're sitting down doing videos, or you can wrap the lav mic through the shirt or under your shirt like I do, and just have the lav mic itself exposed. And that way it gives you crystal clear audio because this is omnidirectional. And as long as you're speaking into the lav mic, you're picking up good audio. And you just got to be aware of your surroundings, your environment, because it will pick up cars, it'll pick up dogs, it'll pick up birds chirping, because it's a lav mic. It's not created with no type of advanced technology. There's no need to show you the other two lav mics I have because, they're the same way, they're designed the same way, they look the same, and they sound the same, So I have 3 of these lav mics right here, and that's just for shooting content in case my my Movo dies. See, this is the USB mini. This right here. This is the USB mini, guys. Take a good look at it. When companies were using this port right here, cell phones were coming out of the 2004s, 2003 and all that. And they had charger ports like these. They were this chunky, that wide, and that's what our charger ports look like for all the kids born in like 2000, 2010 and all that. Or like all the young kids coming up today, you guys know that we used to use the USB micros, you know what I mean? And it sucked because everybody either had the same charger or nobody had the charger to match that. Now, hold on, where is it? When I use my shotgun mic in my on my Rebel T100, I usually use a wide jack like this because I'm using a lav mic and I'm using the shotgun mic to deliver crystal clear audio. But I'll be able to use this Movo on my lav mic. My Rebel T100 to provide the best audio quality for you guys and best video content. But I like, the quality content that comes from my cell phone, and it's much more easier for me to be shooting with that. And I'm going to show you my selfie stick. All you need is a phone holder, and I'm using it currently for my tripod. And you screw it onto the front part, and you can be able to shoot videos on the go. You twist this little lever right here, and it extends. And with me now having, a wireless lav mic, I can go like this, and it's not a problem because the wires is not pulling down, or I'm not pulling on the wire, or I'm not fighting the wire of my lav mic. So there is that fancy little jazz. But this is my selfie stick and everything like that. I got it at Walmart for about $9, and it serves its purpose most definitely. I did a couple vlogs with it on TikTok, so it really helped out majorly. But I don't know how to shoot horizontal videos going forward. I've got to put my VM10 back. But that's a lot of my content. I only spent $150 on everything in here. Total, ladies and gentlemen. So this is $590 for all this, from the walls to the table setup to the mic and all that, the laptop, all that. $150. I mean, $150. $590. $150 for the setup. For $1,000, like, you can get an entire setup for $1,000, literally, outdoors and indoors. So if you're spending $1,000 or more and you don't have it financially in your budget to spend, then you are hurting yourself more than helping yourself. You don't need all that type of money to get started. You just got to get started. And if all you have is your cell phone and your voice, get started like that. You know what I mean? You'd be surprised what type of viewership you'll gain and how many subscribers you will actually gain if you just do the video without a microphone. You know what I mean? Just talk loudly enough for your fans or your viewers to hear you, clear enough for them to understand and interpret what you're saying, and just be confident in your videos and just have fun. You know what I mean? It's all about having fun, because the moment you feel like you're not having fun with it anymore, you're not going to want to do it anymore. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I thank you all for tuning in. Smash that thumbs up button if you enjoyed this video. Comment in the comment section below what you liked about the video, what you didn't like about it. And I love you guys, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace.